thoughts, we will study about Karl Marx. Now Karl Marx we study, that means some element of socialism automatically we study, communism little bit we study, but in ideologies we will specifically study ideology of socialism. Socialism, Nehru was also socialist, na? Karl Marx is also socialist, Bose is also socialist, but these socialisms are different socialisms. Indian constitution is also having socialism, but are we like North Korea or Cuba? No, we are little different now. So then we will understand exactly socialism means what. Different types of socialism. In that one will be your Naxalism also, or coming from Maoism. So segregate it, we will segregate it, and then we will understand entire ideology.
That is also socialism.
Huh? That's also part of the paper 1 section A only.
That is also part of socialism.
Which one?
Socialism and Maoism.
Yes, definitely coming from the same. Maoism is nothing but a different version of the same Marxism. They are also going for revolution.
Violent version.
Huh?
Violent version.
Violent, Marx also talks about violence only, na? Karl Marx said you have to take the weapons and you have to kill. Revolution should be bloody. Mao is doing the same, but there is slight difference. When we will study, then you will understand what's the difference between this Chinese revolution and the USSR revolution. There is some difference. Okay, that you will understand there, and then you will understand Naxals also want the same. That's why you call them Maoism or Maovad. Okay, so that slowly, one after the other. Unless you understand Karl Marx, you cannot understand Maoism. Okay, so step by step we will go, and that's why like this theory portion takes more time than anything, because it is full of comprehensively. If we have to understand, then we have to touch every single dimension. So it takes a lot of time. Once we have understood this, applying will not be a big deal, right? If I talk about, let's say in Indian government and politics, let's say in current affairs, nowadays people are saying, should we remove the word socialism and secularism? Now this can be a direct question in your GS paper too. This can be a direct question in your optional paper also. Now I don't need to give you any new knowledge. You will automatically learn what is socialism when we will discuss it comprehensively in detail over here. For secularism, little bit maybe we need some discussion. Getting it or not? So next part will be very easy for us to manage. Clear? Now, we started with Western political thought. Specifically, we were talking about ancient Greece and its time, in which we said the social system is having inequality. Economic system is agrarian, where masters and slave system is helping the economy. So slaves are mode of production. Means for the production in the agriculture, you need slaves. So it's a slave-based agrarian economy, we can say. And politically, this system is democracy, one kind of democracy. We can't compare that democracy with the present day one. There is certainly some difference. You call it ancient democracy, this one you call it modern democracy. Some difference, but democratic element is there. People are certainly taking some decisions. Okay. Now in this particular system, we said these two thinkers are highly important for us to study. And for them to study, we have to study Socrates. Now, when you are trying to study Socrates, you have to understand what was the time and what was happening at that point of time. We see something called as philosophy emerging in this area of ancient Greece. Before that, there is nothing called philosophy also. And when we talk about philosophy, we say that this subject, philosophy, is about the ideas. To understand philosophy, I have to understand different ideas. Do you see philosophy? No, when you study, let's say physics. Physics is, let's say, about the things that you see, that you can touch. Right or wrong? Biology is also about something that you can see. You're cutting a species, cutting it, checking, okay, there is heart, there is this and that. But philosophy, can you see anything? No. It is in your mind. You're thinking about it. So for philosophy, what you need is the reasoning ability. For philosophy, you will not find any proof. Empirical evidences, no, you're not going to get any empirical evidences. Philosophy has to be thought about. Only by thinking we can reach to idea. Idea is always in mind. Idea can't be seen. For example, this chair. This chair we have. But before this chair was made, someone had got an idea of chair. That idea still exists in the mind of that person. And now this chair also exists. Am I right or wrong? I am talking about that idea, not this chair. I am talking about the idea of chair. And that idea I can reach. Can I reach to that idea through my eyes? I can see this chair through my eyes. Can I see that idea through eyes? No. Can any of my senses see this chair? Yes, my eyes can see this chair. But can any of my senses see the idea of chair? Which that first person must have thought about chair, idea of chair. How he reached to the idea of chair? Using something we call as can I say this thing? Using reason, a person reached to the idea of chair. That means if you want to know idea, what do you need? You need reason. Do you need senses? Do you need eyes, ear and all to know idea? If I don't have eyes also, can I still imagine the idea of chair? Idea of chair, not chair. I can. Am I right or wrong? That means if you want to reach to idea, I don't need senses, I need reasoning power. Through reasoning only I can reach there. Clear? That's where we were talking about reasoning power. We said when people use reason, reason means logical thinking, instead of any religion and all to solve their problems, political problems. Political problems means problems faced by people collectively. To solve those problems, when you use reason, then you say you are a rationalist person. Right? If you use reason and not any other method, you can use religion also. Sir, which kind of road to be made? Religion will tell. But instead of listening to religion, I will listen to my reason. Through reason I'll think, okay, I need a road, okay, if I use cement, what kind of road I can make? If I use other material, what kind of road can be made? I'll use my reason and think and decide what kind of road to be made. Clear? So rationalists are those people, and we said in the ancient Greece, people are rationalists. Right? People use reason to solve their problems rather than religion. It does not mean people are not religious. They still believe in God, they are also religious. But the religion is not dominating on their mind. What is dominating is the rationality. Clear? Now think about it. In a society where rationality is given importance, where reason and logical thinking is given importance, there people will think. A society which doesn't give importance to thinking, they will not think. But a society which gives importance to thinking, in this society many people will think a lot, and by thinking only the subject like philosophy can emerge. Can you imagine a society where people don't at all think or give importance to thinking? They just follow whatever religion tells them. Do you think philosophy can come out? The chances are less. For philosophy to come out, thinking is needed, discussion is needed, debate is needed. Only then new philosophies can come into picture. So rationality, reasoning, logical thinking, it is must. And that was happening in ancient Greece. So we can say why philosophy is emerging in this area is because of the culture and the time when reasoning was being given importance by the people of that time. Okay, so we say people are rationalist. We also said people over here are secular, where they keep state and religion separate. They don't mix state and religion. They say religion is personal life, do whatever you want to. And the state part or the public life, here we have to discuss or deal with the collective life issues. This has to be purely secular. This does not need to get involved with the religion as such. So this is a separate sphere. That's what we call as secular, am I right? Then we said people are humanist also. Humanist means they look at the world by putting humans at the center rather than God at the center. So we understand that these people give importance to human dignity, human freedom, human creativity, because humans are the center for them. They look at the life from the perspective of humans rather than God. And religious people look at the things from the perspective of God, not human beings. Clear? Now, specifically, when we discussed, we said that if I want to know the reality or truth, we said we have three options. Either I can go for philosophy, they can give my answers for those questions, or science or religion. Now observe keenly, in the ancient time period, we see philosophy coming into picture. I said people are rationalist over here. They give importance to reason. That's where philosophy emerges. So people seem to be giving importance to philosophy. They are trying to find answers for their questions in philosophy. But by the time medieval time comes into picture, here instead of philosophy, religion starts dominating. You imagine the medieval time period, the Ottoman Empire, Mughal Empire, or let's say Roman Empire, around the world. Specifically, we say religion starts dominating almost every sphere of our life. Every sphere, not just politics. Politics, anyway, it was dominating. But even what should I eat, how should I live, which kind of clothes I should wear, should I take education or not? All these are the ideas emerging from what? Emerging from religion. Even the philosophy became substream of the religion itself. Now just imagine, look at Taliban right now. The difference in Taliban and India, or let's say America, simply is we are living in modern time and they are still living in medieval times. We have entered into modern time already. They are still living in medieval times. So you see what they want. They want religion should tell everything. Politics, what is happening in politics? Religion should tell. The book should tell. Yes or no? What kind of education to be given? How should you live? What to eat? What not to eat? Everything, who will tell? Religion will tell. But this was common during medieval times, I am saying. Right now it's not common because right now we are in modern times. In modern times, we look for answers to our questions in yes or no. You look at yourself. When there is any problem, and let's say for that problem, religion says something and science says something. Whom do you believe? Mostly science. But your grandparents, maybe they still believe in religion. So that's what I'm trying to say. Where do you find answers? So in ancient time, the world was dominated by philosophy. At least the Western world was dominated by philosophy. In the medieval times, the same Western world was dominated by religion. And in the modern times, it is dominated by science. People look for answers in the science. They believe in science only. They don't believe in these two right now. Okay? If you observe one thing, philosophy when you are saying, that means you need reasoning. Am I right or wrong? That means you need thinking, logical thinking. Yes or no? Yes, definitely. But for religion, do you need reasoning? No, you just need to have faith, blind faith. Do you think? No, you don't think. You stop thinking. Logical thinking is stopped when the religion gives you answers. Let's say religion tells you have to wear black color shirt only. Why? God told. Is there any logical reason? No logical reason. This is how it has to be done. Why? It is written in the book. Done. You have to believe that God told. Got it? So the problem with this phase is it stops thinking. It stops thinking and focuses more on having faith and belief. That's why this age, sometimes we call this particular age as this age of religion is called as dark age in the history. Dark age in the history. Because when this dark age is, why we are calling it dark age? Because the human development has stopped. We stopped thinking at all. See, thinking was the reason we have evolved and become so great as compared to others. And in this age, we have stopped the logical thinking altogether. That's where even the philosophy, which was such a good subject, it has also got destroyed, or it has become just one stream of the religion. It has become part of religion. Religion is the major thing. Getting it? Now, once this medieval time ends and this new modern time comes, you observe this time period. If you have read world history, there are few terms that come into picture. Renaissance and Reformation. Have you people gone through world history till now or no? Okay. Write one word and just read about it today. Renaissance. Tell you the spelling. R-E-N-A-I R-E-N-A-I double S-A-N-C-E. Just Google or ChatGPT and try to read what these words are, what's the background. Actually, you study that part in world history anyway. Okay. This phase of Renaissance or Reformation, what was happening was medieval time. It is somewhat ending and a new modern time is going to start. There we see this phase coming into picture. Rather to say, because of this, modern time came into picture. Suddenly some people started saying, we will not accept what religion is saying. We will do experiments, we will listen to science. Yes, because science was giving some answers. Let's say you take the story of Galileo and all, if you have studied that story. What was happening was, let's say here we have Christian people, here we have Muslims. Okay, and both are fighting. Why? Because Muslims are saying whatever our book is saying, that is truth. That is what the real God is. And these people are saying whatever our book, Bible is saying, that is truth. Both are fighting. There have been so many religious wars also. Continuously there have been so many religious wars. Now this war is ideological also, in terms of idea, which God is real God, which idea is real idea, what is the right way of living the life, or answers to your questions, because two answers are different answers now. So these Christian people, they gave the task to one person that study about our Bible and prove these people that we are the right people. Whatever we are saying is the right thing. So the people started funding them, they started studying also, and by studying that guy came to know even Bible is wrong. In Bible it was written that this earth is the center of universe. Around the earth sun revolves. Right? But when this person studied, made experiments, after that he came to conclusion that, sir, no, this is not real. Actually sun is here, earth revolves. He was appointed to counter the other side, and he started countering his own side also. Yes, but because you have evidences, or the method that you are going for this time is the method of empiricism. Empiricism is what? Observation, experiments, or experience. Right or wrong? This is the method of science. You observe, you experiment, or you experience. Only then, only when you look at this thing, when you get evidence, then you accept something as right or wrong. This is the method of science. So in the modern times, science comes into picture. Clear? So when we see this science coming into picture, in the modern times, science dominates is what we can say. So ancient, medieval and modern. The modern science is also having some logical thought process, reasoning, thinking part is involved, but they are not thinking the way philosophy is thinking. Philosophy is purely thinking only. They are not going for evidences or observation. Because you see, philosophy is about idea. Can you see idea? You can't see idea. Am I right or wrong? So philosophy cannot go for empiricism, because the ideas cannot be seen. I can just think about it. Am I right or wrong? But science goes for empiricism. It will look at what is happening, and for that it will make use of your senses. Yes, whatever science is telling, for that we can make use of our senses, ear, eyes, the skin, through which we try to know whatever phenomena is happening. Clear? I hope no doubt till now about these three: philosophy, religion and science. Clear? You can just mention philosophy dominating in ancient time, religion dominating in medieval time, and science dominating in modern time. Who is right among these three? All are right. We will reach, after some point of time, we will even criticize science.
Earth-centric approach is given by Copernicus.
Copernicus, I'm sorry, I said, what did I say? Galileo, I'm sorry, Copernicus. Okay? And these are those scientists who had to die for this science or scientific experiments. Clear? Any doubt till now? Any confusion? No? Now we are little ready to understand these thinkers. Now I said, sir, first we will be starting with Socrates, because Socrates only once we understand, then we understand Plato. To understand Socrates, let's look at all the philosophers or people of his time. Not just philosophers, people who are studying, people whom we can call as thinkers. So at that point of time, initially we see some thinkers whom we call as naturalist, cosmologist or physicist. You don't need to write all of this. This is just extra knowledge to understand the concept. Initially, the people who are studying something, thinking about things, they are the people whom you can call as naturalist. These are the people who are trying to study nature or universe. Universe, or you call it as cosmos. They are studying universe. They are trying to know the physical properties of the universe. Now in the philosophy, we assume that there are two dimensions. One dimension is physical dimension. Other dimension is the spiritual dimension. One is physical, one is spiritual. This universe has one physical dimension. Physical, that we can see. It is made up of some matter. Yes, every universe, this part is also made up of matter. Everything made up of matter. This is physical thing. We can see, we can touch, we can do experiments with it. All this is possible. But there is a spiritual dimension to it, which you call as soul or Atma. Yes, let's say for ourselves also we say that this is our physical body. But there is something called soul also, or Atma. Yes, you call it consciousness also. Right? So that consciousness or soul, that is a spirit. This is, I talked about human being. When you look at universe also, you say the same thing. That this entire nature, entire universe, it has physical side, physical dimension, and it has some spiritual dimension. There is some big spiritual power or super consciousness, which is this universe, you say. Sometimes people call the same idea as God. Okay, you don't like the idea of God, you call it consciousness, or you call it as a spirit. Clear? Now, these people, these naturalist people, they are just studying this side, the physical dimension of life, and not the spiritual dimension as such. Okay, so what is this universe made up of? Okay, you can say, sir, it is made up of atom. Yes, anu, parmanu, all those words. So they started studying all this thing. So we have many thinkers who talk about this thing. For example, this person called Thales. He says, sir, entire universe is made up of one same element, and that fundamental element is water. Everything is made up of water. Then this guy came, this guy says, sir, everything is made up of air. Yes, in India also similar concept is there, Panch Mahabhut, that the entire world, entire universe is made up of 5 things, which they call as Panch Mahabhut. Right? It's the same thing we are talking about. These people are focusing on these physical material things. That means everything is made up of matter. This matter is made up of atoms, and they are focusing on which atom is it. Is it hydrogen, it is water, or it is what? From which thing everything is made up of. What is that core element? Clear? Now you can also think about it. Let's say our body is also made up of carbon. Yes, the plant is also made up of carbon. That's how we understand, okay, the fundamental element seems to be carbon. Similarly, they are trying to study everything around the universe. What is it made up of? Clear? And everyone comes up with their own theory. Clear? Naturalist clear? Okay. Now, when this person like Socrates comes into picture, his focus is not nature or universe. His focus is human beings. Earlier thinkers were focusing on nature or universe. They were trying to study nature or universe. And suddenly some new people came into picture. They want to study human beings. So I can say, if earlier scholars are naturalist, then the new scholars are humanist. Clear? Earlier ones are naturalist, focusing on nature. The new ones are humanist, who focus on human. Human means what? Now they want to make human life good. Okay, their main concern is how to make human life a good life. This is the main concern of humanists. Clear? They are different from these people. Now, in this category of humanists, we have two kinds of people. In this category, I am saying we have two kinds of people. One we call as sophistic, other one we call as Socratic. Make this diagram. So religion in India is not only faith, it includes logic, reason and to some extent facts, examples, Sikhism, Hinduism, Buddhism. It is true to some extent it involves, but the core idea of religion is always faith. You have to believe. When you think of God, do you have evidence of God? No evidence of God. Yes, to some extent Buddhism seems to be very close to rationalism. So some people say Buddhism is more of a philosophy rather than religion. Okay, so yes, to some extent it is true, but not 100%. Yes, for example, you say Buddha looked like this. There are photos of Buddha. Do you really think Buddha looked like that? If Buddha looked like that, then how come all the Buddhists, they try to, have this bald shaved head? Why? Normally your followers follow the same practice which the main hero must have been doing. So higher chance Buddha must have been like this. Second, how come Buddha looked so nice, so handsome? How come? Means Indians don't look like this. He's coming from what? Nepal, Uttar Pradesh. We know how people of Uttar Pradesh and all look. So such handsome guy. So I have a doubt. Do you have evidence? Let's think about it. Okay, still Buddhism is very close to rationalism. Means if you try to study all religions, keep it on one bracket and try to study each one of them, and if you have to find which one is closest to logical reasoning, then that will be certainly Buddhism. Means Buddhism will win among all of them. Clear? Now, we have to understand these two, sophist and Socratic. See, sophistic means there are some people whom we are calling as sophists who follow this one tradition. Socratic means a tradition which is started by Socrates. Socrates' thought process is little different. Whatever Socrates follows, similar thought process followed by Plato, similar thought process is followed by Aristotle. So all of these people come under the category of Socratic tradition. And all of them, whether this side or this side, both of them are humanist people. That means their center is humans. They want to make life good for humans. They don't care much about nature or universe as such. Clear? Any doubt till now? No? Now let's study basics of philosophy, because this will help us understand these people in a much better manner. If you don't understand this, trust me, it's okay. Okay, so let's spend time to understand, even if you don't understand, because understanding this in one go is really difficult, even for a person like me. Yes, it's highly technical in nature. This is where we understand different branches of philosophy. Now, philosophy is a major subject and it has got multiple branches. And every branch studies a different idea or different side. First branch, if I talk about, that is called as ontology. Ontology tries to study what is real. They say, what is the reality? Now, what is the reality means what? Let's say you say, sir, this is chair. I'll ask the question, sir, is the chair real? That means I'm asking the question of ontology, is the chair real? You'll say, yes, sir, chair is real. Yes, chair is real. I'll say, sir, this chair is made up of matter. This chair is made up of some matter. This is made up of steel, rubber or something like this. All these are matter, material things. It is made up of matter. But whoever made this chair, he must first have some thought of chair. That means idea of chair. Yes? Now my question is, sir, chair is real. Is the idea of chair that is also real? Does idea of chair also exist? Or only chair exists? Whichever came first. I am just asking right now, does chair exist? Yes. Now second question is, does idea of chair also exist? Yes. So now what I did? One I said is matter. And other one is idea. Are you getting it? This is matter. And the idea of this chair is idea. That's not real matter, that's idea. Now, this is the core debate in Western philosophy. Whenever you see or study Western philosophy, this debate comes into picture, which one is real. Some people say, sir, only whatever we can see, sir, using our senses, whatever we can see or observe, only that is real. Idea is not real, sir. Only this world is the real world. There is no other world beyond this world. Only this is the world. We live, this is what it is made up of, that's how it is going to be. So only matter is real. Those people who say only matter is real and they don't like the word idea, such people are called as yes, these are the same people we criticize sometimes. You are very materialistic. Materialistic means what? You are interested in the matter. You just want more matter, more land, more money, more stuffs, more mobile phones, all those things which are made up of matter. Because such people think that only matter is real. These people don't care about empathy, good values, or there is God and all. No. Who cares about God? Ask Hitler. Does he care about after death I'll die, something will happen? No. This is the world. This is how it works. So matter is matter. Everything else is useless. Clear? Exactly opposite. See, these people are called materialist people. Exactly opposite to this side are some people who say, sir, matter is not real, sir. Only idea is real. That means this person is saying this chair is not real, sir. Rather, idea of chair is the real thing. Why they are saying so? They say so because if something is real, then it should not change. It should not change. For example, you say, this is the true knowledge. If this is the true knowledge, if it is the reality, reality should not change. For example, let's say among all of you, one person lied and everyone was honest. Okay? If he lied, this is the honest truth. Then how many times I go for investigation? Every time I should get the same conclusion? Can the conclusion change? No. If something is real, if something is true, it is always true. It cannot change. Am I right or wrong? If you killed someone, no matter what, how many times we check using CCTV, we check using some other machines or something, every time answer should be same, that this person killed, sir. Are you getting the point? That means truth or reality never changes. It is always 100% permanent. If truth or reality doesn't change. Now when I look at this material world, let's look at mountain. Is mountain real? A materialist will say, yes, sir. Mountain, I can see, sir. How do I know? I can see through my senses. Sir, the mountain seems to be real. But then this person, other side, who talks about idea, he says that, sir, the mountain is not real. Just few years back, there was no mountain also. After some years, this mountain will grow this much bigger. And after some years, there will be a volcano and this will not be there. Right or wrong? He's saying this world keeps on changing, sir. And something that keeps on changing, how can that be real? That's what we said, na? Something that is real, it cannot change. How can it change? Yes or no? Yes. Now think about it. This is where people get into the world of idea. The world of idea is something where you look at idea and you say that, sir, idea is always permanent, it never changes. Let's say I made this chair, but you made another chair. Is this chair? Yes. Is this chair? Yes, but they are not same. Am I right or no? This is also different, this is also different. But when I think about idea of chair, it is always same. Rather, if I take another example, think about circle. Let's say I make a circle over here. Yes, is this a circle? Yes. Even if I try to make circle 1,000 times, every time the circle will be different. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Is it a perfect circle? It's not a perfect circle. There is some mistake for sure. Let's say I'm using AI tools and everything, and then I'm making a circle. Still there will be 0.00001% mistake at least. Am I right or wrong? Yes. But now tell me, can you imagine the idea of circle in your own mind? Isn't it perfect? Not even 0.0001% mistake in that circle, which is there when we make. When we are making, there is a mistake. It is imperfect. But when we are thinking through my reasoning ability, when I can imagine that circle is 100% perfect circle. Not even 1% slight mistake. Are you getting the point? Yes? So this circle which I am making this in the material world. This circle is part of this material world which I can see, I can make it. But the circle that I imagine using my reasoning, the circle that I can think of, this circle is nothing but the idea of circle. And this idea is always, and this circle is always, this is called matter, and matter is are you people able to understand what I am trying to say? Little heavy, I know, but it's interesting also. Yes? Huh? Uh-huh. Repeat. Shift the timings. What timing you want? Don't have that heavy meal, then you will feel drowsy. Okay, it happens with philosophy, don't worry about it. For some time it will happen, you'll get used to it. Okay, class timing we'll have to see. It's not always possible because mostly in the morning time people have GS classes or evening time people have GS classes. So mostly optional classes we try to keep in the afternoon sessions. Okay, we will, if possible, we'll keep 2:30 we might start. Little bit time for sleeping we will give you. Okay, or we'll do one thing, we'll keep the same time, just 10 minutes after which we will start instead of 2 o'clock. Okay, 10-15 minutes here and there. I'll also come leniently. Okay, now is this clear? At least the basic idea. This is boring, I know, little boring for many people, but this is one time effort that we have to make just to understand. Okay, this is matter world. This matter world, how do I see? Through my eyes, ears and all those things, senses I can see, right? So what I am saying, when we study ontology, they just ask a question, what is real, sir? Okay, is matter real or the idea real? This is matter and there is idea of this chair which is in my mind. Through reasoning I can think of it. Which one is real? That's the question. So some people who say, sir, matter is real, those people are called materialist, I said. And those people who say idea is real, they are called idealist people. They are called idealist people. And you observe, idea never changes. We were born, that time also idea of justice was existing. Right now also idea of justice existing. We will die, after that also idea of justice will exist. Okay, justice happens in the world or not, that's a different story. That's material world, na? In the mind, the idea of justice, it exists. Another example. Let's say you say, sir, this girl is beautiful. Then you say, sir, this chair is also beautiful. Then you say, sir, this mountain beautiful. Am I right or wrong? Everywhere you are saying this is beautiful, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, and all look completely different. Am I right or wrong? Now I am saying, sir, there is something called idea. What is that idea? Idea is of beauty. And this idea is there in my reasoning. Through reasoning I can understand what is beauty. That idea existed in ancient time also, today also, in future also, beauty will remain. Some element of that beauty I see in this girl. This is beauty. Some element is there in girl, some element is there in this chair, some element is there in this mountain. So idea of beauty is a different thing altogether. Clear?
According to the study of reality,
Huh?
reality means it should not change.
Uh-huh.
But ideas can keep on changing from person to person or your experiences. How can we say ideas are real?
When you think about beauty, okay, further going one step ahead, little heavy but it's okay. Material world and spiritual world. This is world of man. This is world of God. What is the difference between man and God? We are made of matter and the God is fully made up of only spirit. I look imperfect. Even the best looking guy on this planet is still imperfect. But God is perfect. God looks perfect. Right? I also do justice. God also does justice. But what is the difference? My idea of justice is imperfect. See, I also have idea of justice. God does justice 100%. Maybe I am doing 20% justice only. Do I have some element of God? Yes. But am I God? No. I do imperfect justice. Clear? That's why your idea of a particular thing and his idea of any particular thing, your idea is also imperfect, your idea is also imperfect. Why? Because you have not reached to the complete stage of super consciousness. Getting it? You're still attached by the material world. So your idea is also imperfect idea. For that you have to go to this side.
This idea looks real, is what they mean.
That's what he is saying, sir. This is real. This is just 10%, 20%. That's why it is not doing that much complete justice. When this justice will happen, that will be 100% perfect. Or take the example of beauty, let's say. God, the kind of beauty God has, we don't have. The people over here are beautiful, but little bit. God 100% beautiful. No doubt about it, no competition about it. Make sense? That's the perfection which you call, this is a different world and this is a different world. Those people who believe this is the different world, this is the world of ideas. God is also an idea. And how can I see God? Can I see through my eyes? No. This world can be reached only by this reasoning part. Only through reasoning I can imagine, I can see that world. Through eyes, through senses, this can't be seen. Through senses you can see this world, which is made up of matter. Is it making sense? Please ask. I know you people will have doubts.
So you can say according to the ontologies, reality is defined as which is
No, I am saying ontology simply, this is a study. Philosophy has different branches. Ontology is one branch and it tries to study what is real. There might be different people. Someone might say, sir, matter is real. Other one might say, sir, idea is real. Plato comes in this category. Plato believes, sir, idea is real. Okay, but we might have some other people who think matter is real.
Definition of real means something which is eternal and perfect.
Yes, means from their side, when a thinker like Plato is saying what is real, he says, sir, idea is real and matter is not real. So he's saying, he's giving the reason why. He's saying, reason, sir, because it keeps on changing and this never changes. That's why this is more reliable and this is not reliable.
So materialists say that even though this is not permanent, still it is real.
Materialist, yes. We will study about Aristotle, there you will understand, because Aristotle is materialist as well as idealist. Both. He says, sir, idea is also real and this also real. Idea of chair was also real and this chair is also real. Plato is saying, sir, this chair is not real. Okay? And we will study Karl Marx. He will say, sir, only this world is real. God is fake. Religion fake, God fake, nation fake, everything is fake. Mind itself is fake. Reasoning is useless. Are you getting the point? We will reach to that stage where we will completely understand only materialism. Clear? We are just trying to understand the thought process of philosopher. Clear? So first thing, the first branch of philosophy, that is ontology, it studies what is real. Clear? Either it could be idea or it could be matter. If they believe matter is real, they are called materialist. If they believe idea is real, they are called idealist. And Plato, this person comes in the category of idealism. Yes, we say you are a very idealistic person. It's the same thing you are talking about. The idealistic person is trying to go for perfection. Always. You're trying to write ideal answer. You want to write perfect answer. That means there's nothing beyond that. You're trying to write like God. Getting it or not? So you are also believing in idealism or ideas. Clear? Yes, any doubt on ontology till now? No? Sure, sir, your expressions. It's like too heavy.
Not to emission.
Ah.
First, what do we call an individual who thinks idealist and who thinks ideas are real and material is also real?
They are both. Aristotle is both an idealist as well as materialist. He is combination of both.
No specific term.
Yes, no specific term. He is both.
And no one has ever experienced godness.
How can you say that? You did not experience, I did not experience. Maybe someone experienced. And what is God? First of all, the question will come into picture in the same philosophy also. What is God? Philosophy will say God is idea. Through reason I can think of that idea. That idea is God. That idea is idea of perfection. Let's say I am making a movie. If I make a perfect movie, see, think about it. When a singer sings a song and that too phenomenally in a way which nobody can sing, you say God entered into this person. Why you say that word? Because you are equating God with perfection.
Define perfection, sir.
Huh? Define perfection means there is not even slight mistake in that, and that is something human beings are not in a position to do in a normal sense. When you say perfection, when I say circle, it's a perfect circle. That means we can imagine circle, it's round and not even 0.01% mistake into it. That's perfection. Getting it? But in the material world, perfection does not seem to be happening most of the times. But that's not our concern right now. The thinker thinks in which manner. We are trying to understand his thought process. Plato is idealist. We are not saying you become idealist. We are neither saying you become a materialist. We are trying to know what Plato is. Then we will try to know what Aristotle said and how he thinks. Clear? This is not suggestion to become like this. This is their understanding. We are trying to know their mind.
So
Clear?
Socrates thought in this dimension, sir.
Huh?
Socrates.
Socrates is actually, we don't have any books of Socrates. Socrates never wrote anything. Whatever we know about Socrates is only from Plato. Rather, Plato wrote books. Those books were like plays. One person says something, other person says something. In that, the main character is Socrates. It's the main hero of his movie. Okay, so Socrates and Plato consider both are same people.
Your idea of a chair and my idea of a chair could be different, right, sir?
Repeat.
Your idea of a chair and my idea of a chair could be different.
When you think of idea of chair, the person who must have thought, the first person who must have thought about idea of chair. He imagined something which can be made so that people can sit on it.
That is the basic idea.
That's idea. Idea and imagination are two different things. Now we are comparing imagination. You imagined this kind of chair. I imagined this kind of. Again, it's imagination. Idea is chair. So we are saying the idea is same. What color, how many branches, how many legs? No, that's imagination, pure imagination. In imagination we are making different images. I'm talking about the idea which was same. Something to sit, we made that chair. That was the idea. Clear? Don't get more into this. It's okay. Stop here. Otherwise it's too heavy to get into after this. Okay, basically we understood the terms. Materialist and idealist. Clear? Now, first branch said,
What is the etymology of ontology?
I don't know, I have not checked etymology, onto means what, this what. Okay, you can get into it if you want, because this is pure philosophy subject. Even I did not study philosophy subject in detail. I also studied political science. This is initial part of science, political science. For that we are studying philosophy. Okay. Second branch is epistemology. First branch studies what is real. Is this real or that real? This one asks another question. Sir, how do you know this is real? If this said, what is real? Then this will ask, how to know this? How to know that this is real, or what is the source? So second branch focuses on a different thing altogether. You said that, sir, this chair is real. So my next question from here will be, how do you know this, sir? You will say, sir, eyes, sir. Through eyes I saw. Then my next question, are your eyes reliable, sir? That will be my next question. So this second branch focuses on the source and it tries to check, is your source really reliable or not? Yes or no? Let's say this color is white color, you people say, but if you are color blind, this is yellow color. Yes, if your eyes are made in a different manner, maybe it's a grey color also. Right? So this branch gets into this side, where they try to understand, when you say something is real, how do you know that? What is your source? We want to know the source of your knowledge. Clear? That is called epistemology.
But at least material thing we can sense it through our sense organs.
Yeah, but even the point is, are your senses reliable?
So, to maximum extent, they are reliable.
You can say that, but still, are they really reliable? That's the
But
question.
idea is absolutely abstract, sir.
Yes, it is abstract. For sure it is abstract. But that does not mean it is wrong.
But you can't touch it, you can't sense it.
Fair enough. But you can't have the material world without idea.
Even,
Idea came first, then came chair.
yes, sir.
That means idea existed.
Even quantum physics is not able to perception to perception.
You are bringing science in philosophy. Philosophy is going just for logical thinking. Do I have evidence? I don't have evidence. That's what I said initially. Philosophy doesn't go for evidence-based method. Science goes for that method. I am giving you argument. If it seems, good argument, we will accept it as philosophy.
Does this suggest that Plato's idea was, what do you call that, imperfect?
No, you will understand that. Take some time. We will understand Plato's theory. See, all this we are studying now. When I'll conclude the lecture of Plato, then you will understand why we studied all this. How Plato reached to the idea of philosopher king, you will understand from here. He wanted to do perfect justice in the country. Perfect justice, how do you know what is perfect justice? For that you have to get into reasoning. Where perfect justice happens? In the God's kingdom perfect justice happens. Does this happen here? No. But he wants to do that. What does not happen in this world, he wants to make this happen in this world. For that he wants perfect justice. Who can do perfect justice? One who understands perfect justice. Who can understand perfect justice? One who is a philosopher. Can a normal person understand perfect justice? No. Only a philosopher can understand. So, philosopher should become king. So all this is coming. This is how a philosopher thinks.
With respect to ontology,
Hmm.
Plato believed that materials are
Wrong.
unreal.
Yes.
So can we say that he had flaws in his thinking because he he says that materials change, but they are there right in front of him.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. This is illusion. When we will study Indian philosophy also, if you read Indian philosophy, they also say the same thing. All this world is mithya. Everything is illusion. You think this is real, it is not real. Yeah, Shankaracharya. Take time to understand it's their perspective. What you are saying is same Aristotle said. That Plato has gone mad, sir. Aristotle is student, he says, sir, Plato says this is not real. This is also real. But he accepts that what Plato said, idea is real, even that is real. Every thinker will have his own thought process and he has reasons for that. He is saying this is not real. Why? His answer is because this changes, sir. And real thing should not change according to him. I said, okay, this is your thought process, fine. Let's talk about other person. Okay, so every thinker try to understand why he is saying that thing. Okay, you're not agreeing with it, it's okay. Aristotle also did not agree, na? So it's okay. Clear? So you're more into science, not in philosophy.
Only abstract things are real.
According to him only, not according to me or even Aristotle.
Mathematics is abstract.
Even mathematics is abstract, but it is, we know what maths is. Even if you ask people who study physics, na, let's say there is some conflict in physics and maths, the same physics guy will say, listen to maths. They'll say, sir, maths is real, physics can do mistakes. Am I right? Even maths is abstract. So, little complicated. Clear? Ontology clear, epistemology clear. They tell what is real, they ask the question, how do you know that? How to know what is real? For us, only these two branches are important. Still, we will know the third branch also, but it's not that important for us to study political science as such. Third branch is metaphysics. Metaphysics. Meta, when you say, means going beyond something. Physics means this physical world, physical reality. When you go beyond this physical reality to understand, then it is metaphysics. Normally people talk about soul, Brahman, universe, all these questions they ask, they are entering actually into the metaphysics branch of philosophy. And normally we think this is philosophy. It is just one branch of it. Okay, what this branch does? You said, sir, this is chair and this is real, you said. Okay, now I want to know what is the real structure of this chair. What is it exactly made up of? What is that main thing in it? Let's say I cut this one, let's say it has 4 legs. This chair has 4 legs. If I cut one leg, will it still be chair?
No.
It will still be a chair, na?
Basic idea of chair had 4 legs.
That's what my question is. Let's ask majority. Do you think this is still a chair, even if I cut one leg? They are still okay and they're calling it chair. Let's go by majority. See, keep the idea beside. Right now I'm talking about chair only. Okay, you bring idea. That's my question. Your imagination and idea you are mixing. Idea is different from imagination. The person who thought about the idea of chair, it's not necessarily he thought 4 legs only. Do you guarantee?
Sit on it.
Maybe. That's what I'm questioning. This branch is questioning this idea, trying to know, the moment I cut one leg, is it still chair? Maybe. There can be a chair still with 3 legs. Maybe. Maybe. We're not still sure. That's the question they are asking. This branch is getting into that area. Sir, what is the real element in this? If that is removed, it is not a chair. What is that element?
Seat.
Huh? Seat? Let's say we remove the seat. Will it still be chair or not a chair? Huh? We can't sit. Okay, you can say that. Now, is it made up of matter? If the chair is made up of steel or matter, will you call it chair? Yes, but if it is not made up of steel or any matter, will you still call it chair? We can't see. Can you imagine? Idea of chair? Is it made up of steel? No. It is just made up of idea and it is still chair. Yes. Now whatever we discussed, these are the questions this metaphysics asks. What is the real structure of your chair? Chair can be this also, chair can be this also. But what is those core element from which the chair is being made? The real structure of the chair. That is what they try to understand. And I'm saying this part is not that important for us. For us, most important was ontology and epistemology. Huh? No, both are important, because this is how we will understand thinker. Na? Why we are studying this? So that we understand every thinker, how he thinks. When Plato is saying philosopher king should be there, why he is thinking so? Because I can understand his thought process through these two branches. Clear? Yes, any doubt till now? There is one more branch called ethics also. Ethics is also one branch of philosophy. Clear? That will tell you what is the purpose of your life. Yes, what is the means to achieve that purpose. That is one more branch. But right now in political science we don't need that branch right now. Although I'll discuss about that in Socrates. Yes, ask. You're getting questions. Sir, can you repeat epistemology? Yes, sure, I'll repeat. Ontology says what is real. That's the question they ask. You say, sir, chair is real, the pen is real, I am real. Yes? Or you will say, sir, idea of chair is real, idea of pen is also real. These are the questions and answers you get in first branch, ontology. Second branch, epistemology, asks, sir, how do you know that? When you claim the chair or the pen is real, my next question comes from this branch. How do I know this reality? How do I know that this is real? What is your source? So I'll say, sir, my source is my sense. My source is my eyes. I can see this pen, and that's why I'm saying the pen is real. If I could not see, I would not say that. Okay, is there air? I can sense, yes, there is air, sir. I'm not able to see, but through different senses I can sense there is air. Am I right or wrong? So yes, sir, air is also there. Clear? So second branch, epistemology, is trying to know the source of your knowledge. Something that you are claiming that this is knowledge. Sir, this is real. That means you are claiming this is knowledge. So the next question is, tell me from where you got the knowledge. What is the source of it? That is epistemology. Yes?
Sir, like here it is asking for evidence.
Who?
Means,
Not evidence specific. I'll tell you. Evidence means what? They just want to know how do you know it. You can say, sir, I can know it through reason. If you say, how do you know that this idea of chair is real? One answer could be, sir, my reason tells me. Can I give any evidence of reason? No, I can't give any evidence of reason.
How can we call it real? Means by giving reason, how can we call it real?
The question is, you ask, sir, how do you know what is the source you used? Yes, one person used the source reason, other person used the source senses. Let's say eyes. Okay? One person is saying, through reason I understood, sir, idea of chair exists. So he is saying, sir, idea of chair exists, sir. My question is, how do you know? He says, through reason I got to know. Another person is saying, sir, not idea, but this chair, that is this material chair, the matter part, that is real, sir. Then I asked, how do you know? He says, sir, I have senses like my eyes. They are telling me this thing. Now your question is it reliable or not? That's what you are asking. You are saying, how is it reliable? I'll ask, how is it reliable then? How can I trust your eyes? Maybe your eyes are telling wrong. Your eyes say this is white color, na? I'm saying there's a person sitting over here who is color blind. He says it is yellow. Who is true? Your eyes are true or his eyes are true? Or both of you have wrong kind of eyes. Maybe the eyes are made in such a manner that they show you white or yellow color. Actual color is black. You are not able to see the real color. Who knows? That's where the research part is coming into picture. That's where science will come into picture, who will ask for evidence. I am saying we are in philosophy. We do not necessarily have evidence. It's just by thinking we reached here. Clear? Yes? Yes.
Plato says that ideas are real.
Plato says?
Ideas are real. But human is made up of matter. So
Very good.
he himself believes that he is unreal, but an unreal ideas are real.
Yes. Now the point is, this is where we are little complicated. We say we are made up of matter, but only our body is made up of matter. If I cut my hand, still I am here. Am I here or not? Yes. What happens when you die? People will say, sir, body dies. You don't die. Then what is you? That they will say it is soul or spirit or consciousness or idea. I'm just using the different word. You call it soul or Atma, I'm calling it spirit. Instead of that, I'm calling it idea. Yes? So, body dies, body changes, body is never same. In childhood also body was there, you look different, right now you look different, after some years you look different. Body keeps on changing because matter keeps on changing. Material world always keeps on changing. But you are the same. You were you when you were child also, you are you right now also. The idea of you is still same.
Ideas are immortal.
That's what Plato is trying to say. Getting it? And he's talking about the final idea. The entire world which is made up of matter, he's saying it keeps on changing. This is unreal. What is real? The idea, the Atma or Paramatma or God. He's not using the word God. He's using the word idea. I'm using the word God. Getting it?
What is the purpose of Plato to get into the ideal world? Is there any
He has only one problem. Athens lost the war and democracy killed Socrates. So now he is trying to find solution. Why this happened? He is trying to deeply know the reason behind the problems. Okay, and while finding the reasons, he comes to know that in this material world there are problems. If we go by ideal world, there are no problems in ideal world. Ideal world works in a perfect manner. So now his plan is, I will make Athens perfect. What happens in God's world, I will try to create it over here. For that he writes a book, and that book is nothing but constitution. That constitution tells how to make perfect justice in Athens. Getting it? So he's bringing that idea from here and trying to put it in this world. You'll understand why he is doing that also when we'll study his theory. Yes?
Did Plato cite that the war and the Socrates death were the reasons for his...
Repeat.
Did Plato cite that the wars and the defeat in war and Socrates' death were the reasons for him to...
When we study any thinker now, some things thinker himself tells, some things he doesn't tell. Many people write commentaries on Plato. We study so many different people, so many different books written on Plato, and the Plato's book himself, whatever he has written, that book also. When we study all of that, then we get the understanding about that person. It might be possible whatever I am writing, I write from my perspective, right? So maybe I'll not write everything. So we'll study others also who make some commentary. Maybe people who saw Plato, they wrote something. Maybe some people who studied Plato after 100 years and they have a different perspective on Plato. We study them also. There is this person called Karl Popper. We will discuss about him. He criticizes Plato a lot, but he's a very new person. We see him in modern times, not in ancient times. But he criticizes. When we study him, we look at Plato in a different way altogether. Right now Plato is looking very good, very ideal guy and all. But when we will study him, it looks like Plato is bad guy. But when we study all of that, then our understanding becomes much better. Clear? Now, moving ahead. Ontology, epistemology. Only two terms we will remember. Have you written this? Yes? Okay. Now, for understanding Plato, we have to understand Socrates, we said. Why we said that? Because most of the things Plato says, they are directly coming from the ideas of Socrates. Okay? Some people even say all that is Platonic is Socratic. That's a statement used by many people. All that is Platonic, all that Plato is saying is actually copy-paste of Socrates. Yes? But then people will say that no sir, this is a little extreme statement. It is 100% true that Plato is very much influenced by Socrates. Maximum things he learnt from the Socrates only. But he learnt many other things from other people also. For example, there are people like this, Anaximander, Heraclitus, Parmenides, Pythagoras. Yes, Pythagoras, very famous guy. Pythagoras once came to India and maybe he learnt about this soul concept. Yes, we talk about Atma, soul. Yes, similar concept he also learned, and from Pythagoras, Plato learned, and Plato developed his own ideas around the same. So what we are trying to say is, sir, not necessarily Plato learned only from Socrates, he learned from many other people. For example, this guy once said that, sir, reality is actually abstract and eternal. It never changes. It's abstract. You can't see, you can't touch the reality. This guy said, Plato took that idea from this person. Another person, Heraclitus, he said that the world of phenomena is a world of change. What does it mean? This world in which we are living, it's a world which keeps on changing. It's never the same. It is never the same. That's what this guy said.
Buddha and Heraclitus are contemporary.
Similarity you will find. Even in Aristotle's ideas and Buddha you will find similarity.
Is there any contemporary?
No, we have not got any evidence that these two people met somewhere. But are they contemporaries? Somewhat in the similar time phase we see. Aristotle's time period if you check and Buddha's time period more or less in the similar range we find. But two different civilizations. We did not have flight also that point of time. So no connections. Okay. Parmenides. Parmenides talks about concept of permanence. He says, sir, okay, there are many things which keep on changing, but there are some things which are always same, which keep on staying as same. As I said, some ideas, when we think of them, they were there in ancient time also and they are there right now also. That means in this world, there are few things which are there, yes or no, which are always there. And Pythagoras talks about soul idea. We will specifically discuss about this idea when we will discuss what Plato meant by soul. So this shows that this statement is little extreme, sir. Okay, it is true to let's say 70 to 80% it is true. Okay, but some things he has studied or understood from other scholars also. Clear? Any doubt till now?
What these scholars related to Socrates or
Scholars are scholars. Everyone is studying on their own. Let's say I am also influenced by 3-4 scholars. You might be influenced by 3-4 scholars. Your life's understanding, let's say in my life's understanding, I think 3-4 thinkers are there. Their understanding and my understanding is matching. Or somewhere I learned many concepts from them, which I think this is my life's philosophy. Okay, so we are saying these people influenced him.
there might be also a case that they also be influenced by Socrates.
Maybe, not Socrates specifically, but they might be influenced by someone or the other. It might be possible. Is it wrong to get influenced? No, you are also learning from me. I also learned from someone else. That's how the knowledge gets passed on, no? Yes? Now, let's study Socrates. Give the heading Socrates.
In the matters of relations, why do they call platonic love? Is there
Repeat.
platonic love? Is there any relation with Plato?
I have no idea. That's geography? Ask the geography teachers.
I mean platonic love, sir.
Maybe, because see, all these thinkers, they are not just studying this one subject, only philosophy. You will find even when we will study Aristotle, you will come to know Aristotle actually studied biology. He also studied physics. He also studied philosophy. These are thinkers. They try to understand life. For that they study multiple subjects also. I am not sure if that it's the same Plato. I am not sure about it. So I will say just check. Maybe that could be same. I am not sure about it. Aristotle certainly comes in many other subjects. Not sure about Plato. Okay. Now, who is this Mr. Socrates? Again, get back to the story I told you. Earlier there were naturalists who were focusing on nature and they were trying to know physical properties of nature, not the spiritual, only physical, that means material part. But they were focusing on universe or nature. Exactly opposite to them are humanist people. Humanist people are studying about human life. They are trying to make human life better life. Okay. Now in this humanist category, humanist people who want good life for humans. We said there are two types of categories or two kinds of people. One, sophistic people, one, Socratic. That means now we will have to study both of them to understand Socrates in a better manner. So first let's understand this, then we will understand this. Sophistic. This word comes from the word sophists. Who are sophists? Sophists are the first political teachers. They are the first teachers who are teaching politics. Teaching politics means what? We said both of them are humanist. Sophist also Socrates. Humanist means what? They want to make your life good life. Now how to make your life good? Okay, wait. How to make life good? For that, which life to focus on? Should I focus on body or should I focus on soul? Because human being has both. Body also, soul also. Matter also, idea also. Am I right or wrong? This is where the difference between sophist and Socrates lies. Sophists are focusing on the body part. Socrates is focusing on the soul part. You want to make your life good? That means you want happy life. Am I right or wrong? But whom to make happy? Should I make my body happy or should I make my soul happy? That's where the conflict is. Sophists are those people who are basically focusing on this body part. Okay, they want to make human life good life, but their understanding of good life is only materialistic because the focus is only on body rather than soul. Am I making sense? That means what? They will say, sir, if I want good life, they want to give you good life. If you ask them, sir, how can I get good life? Their answer will be, you need two things. How will you get good life? You just need two things, money and power. Yes, does it make sense? Even in today's time, it looks sophists are right. Yes, so in the ancient times, sophists were saying the same thing. See the combination, if you have money, you have more power. If you have power, you have more money. And if you have any of these things, you can get more materialistic things. I can buy this chair, I can buy iPhone, I can buy anything. All these materialistic things make my bodily life better. Am I right or wrong? Earlier I was walking, now I can take a bus, I can take a car. My body gets more pleasure or more convenience. Right? Bodily, I am certainly making my life better. Am I right or wrong? So this is where we are talking about material life. So these are the people, sophists, who are teaching politics. Politics means what? In politics, how to make life better for us. That's what they are teaching. So how to make life better? Just grab as much money and as much power possible. If you have more money and more power, you have a good life. That's what sophists are saying. Sophists are actually those teachers who charge lot of money and teach only the rich kids. Yes, the children coming from the rich families, they come to sophists, they give lot of money, like this coaching is charging you people. Similarly, they also charge lot of money from the rich kids, and these rich kids are taught by sophists. What do they teach? How to become way more rich. Getting it? Because only when you become rich and powerful, what happens is you will have good life. Is it making sense? So politics for them is what? Politics is just about money and power, nothing else. So a king should focus on what? Grabbing as much money and as much power as possible. Is it making sense or not? Don't you think the king will be very corrupt ruler now? Yes? This is the reason why almost every politician to us seems very bad person. But if you see, they are just following the sophist tradition. They just want to make their life better life. How to make better life? This thing. Is it making sense? Yes, these are sophist people. Clear? And exactly opposite to sophist is Socrates, who doesn't agree with them at all. What Socrates says? Socrates says, sir, whether it's money or it is power, these are limited, sir. These are not unlimited. You see, imagine all the money that is there in India. It must be limited, na? How much? 1000 crore, 2000 crore, 1 lakh crore, whatever the amount is. Limited. How much maximum money I can grab? Whatever is available. Once that ends, will I be able to take more money? No, money khatam. Same is the case with power. How much maximum power can I get? 100% power. I can become a dictator. At max. Now, after that, I don't have that. Right? And the problem is, we have so many people. So many people fight and compete for the limited goods. When so many people are there, they are fighting for some goods which are limited in number. What will happen? It will lead to conflicts. Right or wrong? It will definitely lead to conflicts. There will be fights, there will be protests, there will be wars, and so many things. Don't you think this is the reality of the world? Have you ever seen a time when there was no conflict, no war? There was always conflict, there were always war. Right now we are living in the era of top class wars. Why those wars are happening? Now try to understand. Isn't the real reason again is this? Why America attacked Iran? Same? Money or power? Yes? Why China is going to attack Taiwan? Same? Right or wrong? Getting it? So the core problem, whatever you see the problems happening around the world, it looks like the reason behind all the problems is our thought process or our understanding of our life, our understanding of what is good life. What is good life? A life having money and power is a good life. And this understanding is leading to so much competition, and this good life which you say, if you get by these means, it is not sustainable. Why? Because there is always competition. You get more power, someone will come and try to snatch that power from you. Right or wrong? So if you got, let's say, 50% power, is it always there with you? No. It is not sustainable also. So will you be happy? No. Even after getting this much power, you will never be happy. Why? Because you want more power. But the power is limited, so you will not get that. Rather, whatever you have, some will go away after some time. Yes? Modi ji in 2014, Modi ji in 2019, and right now Modi ji. There's a difference now. 2019 he was at top. Right now, little bit popularity has gone down. Maybe in future again goes up. But the point is, will Modi ji be happy? No, he will not be happy. He will never be happy. Now the question is, why did you start all this? You wanted good life, na? Good life means what? Happy life. Are you happy? No.
His definition of good could be different.
Uh-huh.
His definition of good could be different.
His definition of good is bodily happiness. He feels that I am giving my body happiness. But is his soul happy? Is he at rest and calm? I'm not talking about Modi, any person. Think about so many people around you who are rich also, who have got everything. Buddha got everything. But is he at ease? No. Somewhere soul is not happy. Bodily you are getting all the pleasures you want. Whatever pleasures you want. Luxurious life, everything you need, all the rich things, everything you have, but still you're not happy. Socrates says, sir, this thought process is a flawed thought process. You're just looking at one dimension and deciding what is good life. Actually, you never understood what is good life. He is saying sophists are teaching the wrong things to the people. Now he says there's a reason why sophists teach this thing. Because sophists are charging money. Sophists are charging money and their real interest is only money. Sophists actually want money and power. Are you getting the point? And the moment sophists are interested in money and power, and these people are coming and asking for the same thing, they are teaching the same thing. The real teacher gives knowledge. The real teacher does not teach what you want to learn. The real teacher will teach what is right thing to teach. You people don't have minds, right? So will you ask for the right thing? No, you will ask for the wrong thing only. If I have the right knowledge, I should not listen to you what you want. No, what is the right thing to give you, I should give that knowledge. But sophists, what they are doing, these people are paying money, so sophists are exactly teaching what they are asking for. Rather than giving them real knowledge, they are giving them the knowledge they are asking for. It's a consumer and seller relationship that has got built over here. Getting it? Rather, Socrates is saying sophists are not the real teachers, because they are not giving the real knowledge. They are not doing justice with the job of teaching. Clear? Rather, he says this is not the method of teaching at all, that I say something and you listen. This is not the method of teaching. Then what is the method of teaching? Socrates says the method of teaching is or I can say method of asking uncomfortable. Socrates says, I don't need to give you knowledge, I just need to ask you some uncomfortable questions and you will yourself find the answers. If I start giving you questions, that means I'm not a teacher. If I just ask you questions, some difficult questions, some questions which make you feel little uncomfortable, on which you have never thought of. If I ask such questions, you have the rationality, reasoning ability, you will think and you will yourself come to the final conclusion. Are you getting the point? Write down the word method of dialectics. Done? Will take some time to understand Plato. Okay, it's not like in 2-3 lectures we'll complete, it will take a lot of time. Because Plato, once we understood, other thinkers are not that big deal. Just 1-2 lectures also and we can manage to complete other thinkers. Plato takes a lot of time, Karl Marx takes a lot of time. Rest of the thinkers, manageable. Gandhi also to some extent. Gandhi also takes little time. Okay? Now Socrates is saying that, sir, this is not the method of teaching. Then what is the method of teaching? I'll ask you questions. You already have some knowledge. You think it is knowledge. Socrates is saying this is not real knowledge. Knowledge will be of two types. Or rather not two types. We think it is of two. One is real knowledge. Other one is One is real knowledge, one is apparent knowledge. Apparent means it looks like it is real knowledge. It looks like. But is it real knowledge? No. It looks like it is real knowledge, but it is not the real knowledge. Okay. This involves our beliefs, our opinions. Our beliefs, our opinions, they are actually in this category. We think that is right. But is it right? Not necessary. Real knowledge is something which is not supposed to change, which is ultimately the right thing, no matter what. Socrates' focus is on knowing the real knowledge. So Socrates says, whatever you think that we should focus on money and power, he's saying that this is your apparent knowledge. You think this is the right thing. Rather, you never understood the real knowledge. A person who has understood real knowledge will understand that money and power is of not that much importance. That person will understand, but you have never reached to that stage. But then how will I reach to that stage? If the teachers are also teaching the same thing, money and power, you will never reach to that stage. So what should a teacher do? The teacher should only ask you questions. Let's say I'll ask the question to a person who has earned a lot of money or power. I'll ask question number 1, are you happy? And I don't think he will be able to answer that. Because we observe many rich people, they are frustrated, they are not so happy. I have seen so many people in high-tech city. Last year I was there in high-tech city and I could see so many people earning very good amount of money. Think about it, like our parents or let's say our grandparents, they were not earning this much money. Even people who are earning let's say 50,000 to 1 lakh also, even that was something rare for our parents or grandparents. And people are easily earning some 1.5, 2 lakh package, that is very normal in high-tech city. Are they really happy? Very frustrated. Am I right or wrong? You take the rich people also, although this is very middle class. You take the rich people also. Are they happy? Okay, do you guarantee? Why Sushant Singh Rajput? Suicide. Got everything, na? Money he got, okay, power wise is not in politics, but still in a very good condition, na? So do you guarantee they are happy? No. Then when you say you want your life, what is the ultimate purpose of your life? Happiness. Why are you doing? Why are you preparing for this exam? So that one day I'll become IAS. What will you get after that? Power, money, respect, all those things. Why do you want that? Happiness. Ultimately I need what? Ultimately I need happiness. So through this process, did you get happiness? No. What's the use then? Yes or no? So there, I was watching one reel that also was somewhat like this. A person is having one small, this very small shop selling some minor things. Okay, just like we have these tapris. So this person is sleeping. He is not interested in doing this work. He is sleeping, chill. Someone comes to him. That person is doing some job in a corporate. He comes and he wakes him up and he starts giving him some knowledge. He says, you should wake up, you should do some marketing, you should speak nicely, you should be little disciplined, then you will earn lot of money and all your business. Right now it's a small tapri, it will become a big business. He says, what will happen after that? He says, then you will have multiple branches, big business, all this. Then he asks, then what will happen? Then he says, then you will have time. What will I do with time? You can sleep and enjoy. That's what I was doing now. He says, that's what I was doing already. You disturbed me unnecessarily. Getting it? So somewhat similar is what I could find over here. That's what Socrates is saying. Socrates, instead of teaching, he goes for the method of asking questions, I said. Let's say you believe in something. Tell me about any of your belief. Let's say take example of politics is better to understand. So let's say we have one person who loves Modi ji and one person we have someone who loves Jawaharlal Nehru. Yes? So we will just, what Socrates will do, we'll just ask questions. Why do you think Modi ji is the best prime minister according to you? What will be your answer? Yes, answer. According to?
He improved the national defense.
National defense, very good. Internationally, he made good image. Okay, very good.
He is trying he is extending diplomatic relations with Southeast
Okay, ASEAN countries.
Asia.
Okay.
He is a bit aggressive with
Okay, he's a bit aggressive with Pakistan. So that's a good thing or bad thing? Okay, let's assume it's a good thing.
He changed the scenario of Kashmir.
Huh?
Kashmir scenario he changed.
Kashmir, China. Okay, 370 he removed. Okay.
Policies with respect to economy or literally good with respect to manufacturing towards
Okay, Make in India project, self-reliance, Atmanirbhar Bharat, all those things. Okay. All these are arguments you are giving. Now what Socrates will do? Now he will ask questions. You think because of this he is the best. But when I compare with Nehru, it looks like Nehru also did all of these things. Rather, he did more than this. Now what do you think? Now you'll think. I'm not claiming. I'm just telling you the method of Socrates. Now he'll say, okay, he's the best now, then why did he do demonetization? Now you don't have answer. Yes or no?
He was misguided.
Huh? He was misguided. Why didn't he say sorry? We have some prime ministers who say sorry when they make mistake. Even Indira Gandhi, who was also very aggressive. The way Modi ji is aggressive, more than that Indira Gandhi was dangerously aggressive on Pakistan. She cut Pakistan into two pieces. Right or wrong? But she, when she made mistake, after that she said sorry. Sorry for emergency. Next time people elected her also. Okay? What about, ask yourself. Next, some people claim that sir, some territory in some of our area is captured by China. And the Prime Minister made a speech that no, this did not happen. We still do not know what was real.
With respect to operations in the defense minister claimed that no soldiers were.
Died, and just recently we got some information that yes, people died. Yes. Now when I ask these questions, now you will start evaluating that person. I'm not saying don't hate or don't like or do whatever you want, it's your choice. But earlier you had beliefs. But now when I'll ask question, you will re-evaluate. Then you will come to conclusion whether he is the best prime minister, worst prime minister or middle or what. You will decide. Did I give you knowledge? No. Should I give knowledge? No. Socrates is saying, I have reasoning, you have reasoning. Logical reasoning gives the same answer every time. It doesn't happen. Logical reasoning is like mathematics. Answer will be same for it. So whether I think or you think, we will come to the same conclusion whether Modi ji is good or bad for India after 100 years or 50 years. Okay? So that's what Socrates is saying. My method is just of asking questions. Answers you can find. Why you can find answers? Because we all have soul. And the soul's quality involves knowledge. Our soul is the source of knowledge. It can find out answer for anything. We just need to look inwards. And we will automatically, the mind, because of the reasoning capability, it can find answer for everything. So instead of me giving you knowledge, I should just push you towards thinking. And that's the right method according to Socrates. Clear? He calls himself as gadfly. Gadfly means he's saying, I am that insect which will make you uncomfortable, but intellectually. Intellectually I'll do that. Or he also calls himself as intellectual midwife. Midwife is a lady who helps you in the childbirth. So he says, I will help you in intellectual childbirth. So that you intellectually develop, I'll just push you. So his job, he says, the teaching's job is not to teach, is just asking questions. So first you will have a belief, you call it as thesis. I will come up with an antithesis. I'll ask a question to make you uncomfortable. Now you will have conflict, you will have stress. When you will have stress, you will think, imagine when you have stress, when you are thinking a lot, you develop stress, you are not able to sleep. The cortisol level increases and in the night you are not able to sleep. Till the time you get clarity on that issue. Right or wrong? So when thesis and antithesis both are there, you can't be happy. You will try your best to come to conclusion, and that's where you reach to synthesis. Final conclusion. Right or wrong? He says this is the way to reach to the true knowledge. People have apparent knowledge or just beliefs. He questions your beliefs, whatever that belief is. You believe in God, he will ask question, where is God? How do you know it is the real God? How do you guarantee that God is wrong and your God is real? Just basic questions. He is not answering anything. And now you will yourself find the answers. Because he made you uncomfortable by the questions. Is it making sense? He says this is the method that is called as dialectical method or method of dialectics. There can be multiple names. Elenchus also people call it, but normally we use the word dialectical method. Okay, he says when my belief is imperfect, when it is countered, then I will try to think, and by thinking I'll reach to a better truth. Even this truth can be countered, and then I will reach to another truth. Eventually I'll reach to final truth. Getting it or not? Yes? Any doubt till now about Socrates? Yes, method of dialectics we have tried to understand. Now come to the conclusion. Socrates had problem with sophist people. Sophist people who are teaching that good life comes only by money and power. Socrates says, sir, money and power are limited goods. You are running towards something which is already limited. And if you run for something which is already limited, how can you be happy? You cannot be happy. So if your objective, what is the objective of your life? Objective of life or purpose of life? You say, sir, happiness is the purpose of my life, which is the answer for most of the people. Happiness is the purpose of life. So you tell me, if happiness is purpose of my life, how can I get happiness by this means? Because if I run towards something where there are limited goods available. Yes, if 10 lakh people are preparing for an exam where seats are only 1000, how can 10 lakh people be happy? It's not possible. Only 1000 will be happy. Are you getting the point? Will there be happiness in society? No, it will not be there. Are you getting the point? So he is saying, sir, don't run towards limited goods, rather you should run towards unlimited goods. You were running towards limited goods like money and power, and that struggle will always make you unhappy. If your ultimate objective is to get happiness, then go for something which is unlimited. You can keep on getting, and it will never end. What is that thing? That thing is or you call it true knowledge or knowledge. Knowledge is true only. Knowledge cannot be false. Yes, as much knowledge you acquire, it never ends. It's unlimited. Get as much as you want to. Continuously keep getting. And if getting knowledge is giving you happiness, you will lifetime keep on getting knowledge, and the knowledge will never end, and you will always be happy and happy. Ultimate purpose of life was happiness. Okay, now remember what I said in the first lecture. What is philosophy? Love for knowledge. What is a philosopher? One who loves knowledge. One who loves this unlimited good and not money and power. Because that's limited thing. This is a better thing, higher thing. This will not make my body happy, this will make my soul happy. And when my soul is happy, I don't need anything else. And this is unlimited. I can keep on getting every single day continuously. So a person who is in search of this unlimited goods, who is just acquiring knowledge, he is in love with knowledge, right? That person is a philosopher. Is it now making some sense? So we call Mr. Socrates as well as yes, for him philosophy, ethics both are same thing. What gives you happiness? When you look for knowledge. Knowledge is ethics. Knowledge is the right thing.
Isn't Plato the father of philosophy?
Political philosophy. Political philosophy, father is Plato. Political science, father is Aristotle. Is philosophy. Clear? Any doubt till now? Please ask. You getting everything? I wish I could have got a teacher who could teach slowly like this. Took me a lot of time to understand all these things with clarity.
You have to be privileged.
Huh?
You have to be privileged.
We have to be privileged, that's true. Yes?
Virtue is knowledge is given by Supreme.
Yes, we'll discuss. We are going towards that direction only.
Is that only, sir? Virtue means ethics. Ethics is philosophy.
That's where we are going. Slowly, step by step, we are going towards the same line. Virtue is knowledge. That's the theory of Socrates. And that is the basis of Plato's philosopher king. Why Plato thinks philosopher king should be there? Because he observes Socrates. Socrates' thought process. He wants Socrates-like person, or ideally Socrates should be the king. For you people, you have never seen Socrates, but you heard more about Buddha. So imagine Buddha is the Prime Minister of India. Then he will do really good justice. Buddha is the Supreme Court judge. Think like that and things will become better for us. Clear? Any doubt till now? No? Now there is this person who used to call Socrates as the wisest man on the earth. Oracle of Delphi. Delphi is a place, oracle is somewhat like that priest or something. So oracle of that particular temple, priest, some famous guy calls Socrates as wisest man on the earth. Okay, that's the stature this person is having. Now specifically why we brought ethics over here. Now try to understand. We started with humanists. There we went to sophists, and then we went to Socrates. Yes, they were all, both of them tried to make our life better. They focused on the material part. He is not focusing on the material part. He is going for knowledge. He is going for idea. See, knowledge, idea, same thing. Idea, soul, same thing. Soul is the source of knowledge, same thing. Are you getting the point? Yes?
Why aren't we calling sophists just materialists? Why did we do that?
It's the name. They were calling those teachers as sophists. It's the name that was being used. Just like from Socrates, the name Socratic tradition came. Similarly, sophistic tradition came. It's just a name we are using. Okay? Now I am saying Socrates is the person who is rather focusing on the purpose of life. These people did not focus on the purpose of life. They just ran towards money, power, etc. They were just focusing on composition. That our body is made up of this, so if I buy this, my life will be much better. Likewise. He is the person who focused on purpose of life and tried to understand what is the final purpose. Final purpose is to get happiness. If final purpose is to get happiness, how can I get happiness? That's my question now. So now he goes for how can I get happiness? He says, if I want happiness, I have two options. I can take right action. I can take a wrong action also. See, for example, you want to become IAS, there are two ways. Either a good method, prepare, show discipline and clear the exam. Second method, take a gun and attack the UPSC chairman or kidnap somebody and get it selected. Which one is sustainable? If you get selected by this means, maybe you will get selected, but one day you will be caught by the court and your happiness is not sustainable. After some time it will be taken out. You can do corruption and you get into it and one day the corruption is caught and it is gone. Or the respect you got for 60 years, after 60 years we got to know it was wrong. Suddenly every award given to you, everything given to you will be taken out. So is your happiness sustainable by the wrong means? No, it is not sustainable. But if I go by the right method, till the end of my life I'll have happiness. Because I've done nothing wrong. I use the right method. So the happiness, I can have different methods, but it is sustainable only when I go by the right method. Am I right or wrong? The right method, when you take the right actions, we call them as virtuous actions. If you people have studied in ethics, yes, some of you attended ethics classes, there we study virtue. Yes, having courage is a virtue. Being honest, a person of integrity, that's virtue. Some people are dishonest also. By dishonesty also you might reach to that level. But is it sustainable? No. But if you are honest and get selected, you can stay there. Sustainable happiness. Clear? So that means for happiness to be sustainable, I have to go by right method only. Or I have to develop virtues only. Virtues are nothing but good habits. Good habits which become part of a person's character. Let's say a person wants to become an athlete, so he will have to go to gym every single day. Going to gym is a virtue. Focusing on health is a virtue. Health is a virtue. Discipline he will have to have. Only then he will reach there. He can do corruption also and get an award. But sustainable will be only if he actually becomes that level of athlete who can win the medal. Right or wrong? Yes or no? Yes. One thing we understood, my ultimate objective will be completed only if I go by right method. But now, how to know which method is right and which method is wrong? That first thing, I have to first know what is right and what is wrong. For this, I need to know what is right and what is wrong, to know what is virtue and what is not virtue. I first need to have the knowledge what is right and what is wrong. So Socrates says, sir, if I want happiness, I have to do the right action. I need virtue. But if I need virtue, I first need the knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. That means, sir, knowledge is the thing which is going to lead to virtue. If I have the knowledge of the right thing, I will do the right thing. If I tell you, let's say you people know how to get good marks in this exam. Out of let's say 500, you know how to get 200 marks in this exam. Okay, already you know. That's one method. If I tell you second method, which I say that if you use this method, you will top in the exam. Even after knowing, will you still follow your old method? Even after knowing the new method, which can give you success, will you still follow the method by which you will fail in the exam? Socrates says the moment a person knows what is right and wrong, automatically he will choose the right path only. He will not choose wrong path. Now you will say, sir, there are so many people criminals. Sir, they have not understood the difference between right and wrong till now. In the deeper way, the way with which he is trying to say. The moment you understand how to clear this exam, automatically you start doing that. Those people who understood, they every day focus on just revision and PYQ. Those who did not, they just attend lectures and they just read books. Getting it? One who understood, he will automatically follow the path only because he knows this is what I am supposed to do. Getting it? That's why Socrates says virtue is knowledge or knowledge is virtue. The moment I have the knowledge what is right and wrong, I will automatically do what is right. What is right means virtue. So knowledge is virtue. Or the reverse, virtue is knowledge. Is it clear? Yes, yes, no, no. Yes? Write this line. According to Socrates, the purpose of life is happiness. It will come by developing virtues. And virtue will come from knowledge.
Sir, can you repeat it? According to
Purpose of life is happiness. Happiness can come by doing the right thing. Happiness can come by doing the right thing. In bracket, developing virtue. Developing virtue. Next, one can know what is right only by knowledge. Only by true knowledge. And knowledge can come by dialectics. Knowledge can come by dialectics. So write down his first statement. Virtue is knowledge. Virtue is knowledge.
Isn't virtue physical action, sir?
Yes, virtue is all about action only. You have to do the right thing. That's action. Not about physical thing. Physical means you don't segregate. If I want something, I have to do some action for it. That action part is virtue. You want happiness now. For happiness, you have to do something, is what he's saying.
That's it, sir. Physical action.
Yes, physical
Outward
action. Yes, action you call it, simple. Virtue is knowledge. This means one can do the right thing if he knows what is the right thing. One can do right thing, instead of can, mention will. One will do right thing when he knows what is right. To know what is right, we have to examine. We have to examine our beliefs or opinions. Our beliefs or opinions, for which he says this line, write down this. An unexamined life is not worth living. Yes, is this clear? This is all about Socrates that we need to know. This, whatever we discussed, is called as theory of knowledge of Socrates. The statement virtue is knowledge is called as, this is called as theory of knowledge. Theory of knowledge. Clear? So that's all for today. And we will continue with the same part, because from the same theory comes Plato's theory.
Do we have class tomorrow, sir?
I'll just give you a confirmation. I'll just check with the management and I'll give you a confirmation. Okay? If it will be there, it's good. If it is not, then I think because Monday I'll not be available. I'll be traveling to some place for some seminars. So there's a high chance we might need to postpone Monday's lecture. We'll see. If possible, we'll take tomorrow. If not, then directly from Tuesday. Till that time, read whatever we have discussed. It's already too much of heavy philosophy we have discussed. Yes, those who did not get the notes, you can collect from the management. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Question.
First one is with regard to ethics, sir. So since first class, we were taught that, we were teaching that Gandhi is the epitome of knowledge and
Gandhi.
yeah, impeccable ethics,
Yes.
vertic marks. So I have one argument against this.
I will not say Gandhi is very perfect guy. No, not at all. In politics, Gandhi is better than other politicians.
But
No.
Put tick mark.
No, I also have many arguments showing the flaws in him. There's a saying, in Hindi they say it, कि हर महान इंसान में भी कुछ छेद रह जाते हैं. So that's something we find.
Shall I put forward my
Yeah,
argument?
yeah, please, sure. We will love to know.
With respect to Quit India movement in 1942, there were violent protests.
And he was okay with it.
He didn't, what